Hello everyone, welcome to this reading, welcome to this video. So today we're looking at what you need to hear right now. So choose from one of the stickers or images on the screen right now and I shall see you in your reading. Hello group 1, welcome to this reading, welcome to this video. So let us see, what is it that you, pile number 1, need to hear today? So Spirit and my angels, what does pile number 1 need to hear today, right now? Wow, okay. Spirit would like to let you know that abundance is coming to you. Abundance is coming your way, okay? Abundance and money is coming your way. And when it comes, you should save your money, okay? You should save your money. And make sure that you don't overspend. And, like, set some money aside, okay? You should set some money aside. Is there anything else with pile number 1? Let's see. Yeah, you guys are inspirational, okay? You guys are inspirational and money in abundance is coming your way. So what else can we see for pile number 1? All these cards are kind of stuck together, but we'll make do. Okay, what does pile number 1 need to hear? We have the Queen. Wow, so you guys are a queen. Whether you're a guy or girl watching this, you are a queen, okay? Let us read from the guidebook for what this card says. So, it says the Empress, the Mother Queen, the Sovereigner. The Queen does not accept the hand of a prince, but claims the throne. Knowing the king draws near, she is a magnet for the fully embodied masculine and entertains nothing less. Like her counterpart, the king, the queen has a dualistic nature. By the way, I think from reading this, like, you guys are attracting your soulmate, attracting your counterpart, okay? You are attracting your counterpart. Like her counterpart, the king, the queen has a dualistic nature. Either she presides over the realm with grace and effluence that comes from the heavens to uplift the spirit of others, or she falls into petty, contemptuous moods, casting a shadow across the land. If the king is the ego, the queen is the expression of that ego in the world. She is a lotus's bloom, the dancer's bow, the moon's radiant reflection. When the queen is seated in her rightful and righteous place, she is patient and forgiving. She waits for the grace of God and Goddess to move through her, striving and grasping for nothing. To be the benevolent leader, to embody the queen is to settle into deep trust, resolve, and power. The royal queen fears nothing, for divinity itself cradles her heart. So at this time, I think you need to embody trust. Trust that your abundance is coming. Trust that good things are coming for you, okay? And then we have resolve and power. So stand in your power. Stand in solutions, not problems, okay? Stand in solutions and problems and stand in your power. Because you are a powerful being. You are able to manifest anything you desire and you are capable of doing that. And so embrace your power, okay? When light, the embodiment of grace, courage, resolve, stillness. So you guys have grace and courage and you are being encouraged into stillness, okay? So you are a queen and you guys have abundance coming your way, okay? Let us see further though. What is pile 1's message? What does pile 1 need to hear? You have a unicorn, so you are a unicorn too, pile number 1. This is so amazing. You guys are special, amazing, and unique, okay? Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. So, trust your intuition, first of all. And second of all, how can you use your intuition in your daily life, okay? In your work, in your home life, okay? To make things better and to uplift things, to evolve things, okay? Yeah, definitely do that. Here we have Lion. I've never gotten this card. Time to act. It's a beautiful card. Time to act. Now is the time to act, not sit still. Yes, stillness can be called for, but now is the time to act. Now is the time to catch your abundance. It's time to catch your rewards. Something could happen in November. So maybe the abundance that's coming your way could happen in November, okay? Could come in November. What else can we see for pile number 1? We have dark man, dealing with a relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. So this could be a thing. Your counterpart that I was talking about could have dark hair or dark skin complexion, okay? Pile number 1. What else can we see for pile number 1? So, we have the cosmic dance. The dance of the perfect self. Perfected self. You are the You are the microcosm. Every step weaves the microcosm into being. You are transforming into your most highest self. And every step that you take into your dream life, into your wishes, into your manifestations, it is forming. It is becoming. Okay, pile number 1? Like, it is forming and it is becoming. Is there anything else for pile number 1? The athame of clarity. The blade of discernment. It cuts not to harm, but to serve illusion from truth, and bondage from freedom. So how can you cut away illusions from your life right now? Because what your thoughts could be telling you may not be true, okay? So what thoughts can you clear out of your head to really align to your higher self, okay? And how can you already be your higher self already, okay? Then we have Raven. Transformation is unfolding, even if you cannot see it yet. So your life is transforming and you will be transforming, pile number 1. You will be transforming your life and you will be transforming yourself. Like, you will stand more in your truth and in the truth of life. You will stand more clearly in the truth of life, okay, if I'm making any sense. Then we have Jellyfish. Embrace adaptability and go with the flow, allowing life's currents to guide you effortlessly. How can you be more adaptable, okay? And how can you go more along with the flow of life rather than fight against it, okay? Because life currents can be big, okay, or they can be small. And maybe sometimes they can get bigger if you ignore them, okay? And guys, ignore any noise around me. I live on a street that is noisy sometimes, okay? And that's okay. Interruptions can come up in life, but it is up to us to decide if they're gonna stop us, or if you're gonna like carry on, okay? If you're gonna carry on. What else can we see for pile number 1? You have 3 cards, okay. The twin flames, wow, unity, partnership, duality. Pile number 1, you have partnership coming into your life, okay? You have partnership coming into your life. Then we have the enchanted forest, magic, mystery, unexpected encounters. So you're not really looking for anyone, I feel like, at this time. So this is going to be an unexpected encounter, okay? Then we have the majestic mountain, overcoming challenges, resilience. So yeah, like, you guys have a need for resilience, okay? You have a need for resilience. What else can we see for pile number 1? What else can we see for pile number 1? Crystal ball, intuition. So yeah, this comes back to your intuition card as well. And we have acclaim and fame and recognition on the back. So you guys are gonna have your acclaim. You guys are gonna have your recognition coming soon. And you guys need to trust your intuition. Trust what it's saying. So if you think, like, I don't know, something is like trying to deter you from a path, what is your intuition saying, okay? What is your intuition calling you to do? Don't listen to the detours. Don't listen to the challenges. Don't listen to anything that's in resistance. But at the same time, don't resist things. Let things flow. If a storm wants to pass through your life, I guess let it, instead of fighting, unless you want to fight really hard. Like, you might have to fight so hard that you exhaust yourself. So how can you embrace those challenges, but at the same time, how can you listen to your intuition at the same time? How can you hear the call of your intuition and your higher self at the same time? What is it saying? Is, like, you will only know if a path is meant for you, and if you should carry on a path, okay? But this was your reading, pile number 1. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you took something away from it, or at least enjoyed, okay? And yeah, I shall see you whenever I'll see you. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to, of course. And yeah, bye-bye. Hello, group 2. Welcome to this reading. Welcome to this video. So let us see. What is the message for pile number 2, please? What is the message for pile number 2? We have the death card. So something could be changing, transforming, or ending in your life, okay? You guys are going to have an experience, some kind of ending, transformation, or change, okay? And it could pertain to your relationships. Like, if you've been, like, getting into so many arguments or fights with someone, or you've had, like, this kind of energy around you in your work especially, that is going to be transforming. That is no longer going to be a thing, okay? Like, you are no longer gonna have to put up with any of the stuff that I said. Fights, arguments, or rivalry, okay? And your emotions are also going to be changing. You are no longer going to get angry so much, okay? If you've been feeling angry recently, you guys are going to be more grounded and more, like, rooted in your energy and your sense of self. Like, you guys are going to feel more grounded and relaxed and calm, okay? You no longer will have to put up with any of this crap, okay? Let us see further. What is the message for pile number 2? What is the message for pile number 2? What is the message for pile number 2? Okay, let's shuffle 3 more times and then let's pick some cards because I don't think any cards are gonna fall out. Let's take this card. You have the castle. I'm going to read the castle, okay? So, the castle, the palace, the penthouse, the fortress. Notice how castles are designed to keep things out. They defend, they separate. It is likely there is connection and community beyond its walls that will revitalize you. Okay, so I'm getting a new message here. Maybe the death card is encouragement from spirit for you to end something rather than that something will be ending. But of course, something will be ending if you take the action to end it, okay? It says to keep things out. So designed to keep things out. They defend. So I feel like you might need to defend yourself at this time. They separate. So put boundaries up or end something. End the relationship, okay? That is not really meant to be in your life anymore, okay? It is likely that there is connection and community beyond its walls that will revitalize you. So if you decide to end the situation, if you decide to end the relationship, you will connect to new people that you connect to, and that they will revitalize you, okay? It's no wonder fairy tales tell of sleeping princesses within castle walls. Like most archetypes, the castle is loaded with duality. It represents abundant riches, seductive fantasy, or innate wonders, and lavish adornments, yet the walls are thick, cold, and shadowy. This card points to a tendency to hold onto possessions, quite possibly in a literal home, or position that project the image of achievement. While the soul belongs to run barefoot in the forest, leaving it all behind. At times we must settle down, yet the castle lulls us with its spell of materialism, and we fall asleep to our deepest dreams. The castle can be a motivating force, an enchanting goal to travel toward, but it is the best not to linger within its walls of decadent deception for too long. So this brings me back to this point of this card points to a tendency to hold on to possessions. So maybe it could be it may be possessions that you are holding on to, okay? Pile number 2. So if you are, don't hold on to them so tightly, okay? But this could also be talking about the fact that you guys are holding on to people tightly. So I don't know. There's a message that we shouldn't be holding on to them, okay? We shouldn't be holding on to them too much. And it kind of makes sense, coming back to your tarot cards, with like possessions, because possessions can cause us to get into fights with people too. Like possessions over someone or something, okay? It can cause conflict in our life. So there's also a message like, stop holding on to possessions too tightly as well, okay? Pile number 2. What else can we see for pile number 2? Here we have rabbit. Too much concern with sexual matters. Yeah, possessiveness, okay? The key word here is possessiveness, okay? Like, what can we let go of that we are way too deeply holding on to? And then we have money will be coming to you. So that, with that oracle card, that was this was the thing, okay? So you very well could have money coming in for you, okay? But we do have the pig. Beware of greed. So yeah, like, don't be greedy, don't be possessive over things or people, okay? Like, that is not the way to go. That is not the way to be, okay? Then we have dagger. Fear, worries, tense situations. I feel like that's possibly what you could be dealing with. So there's a need to set boundaries and end things, okay? There's a need to really end a situation that is causing conflict in your life, that you have conflict surrounded with, okay? What else can we see for file number 2? What else can we see for file number 2? Seahorse, family matters. Yeah, this could be a thing in your family, which could make it harder to do anything at all, okay? Especially, like, set boundaries or end things, okay? But we can also at the same time change ourselves and therefore change the people around us, okay? Once we make the change within ourselves, our reality can shift, okay? Our reality can shift and change. What else can we see for file number 2? So, we have the High Priestess or rights. The veil parts of those for the one who dares to be still. True prophecy is found in the silence between heartbeats. So the veil of the universe is going to part for anyone who dares to be still. So this brings me back to the message that our reality can change if we change, okay? Our reality can shift if we make the shift within ourselves, okay? That is the secret of the universe, okay? That is the secret of the universe. So yeah, that's what this card is saying, I feel like, okay? Then we have the alchemist of will. Your will is the catalyst. Synthesize the elements of your life into gold. So how can you make your life gold, okay? What steps, what boundaries can you set to make your life gold, okay? To make your life gold. File number 2. What else can we see for file number 2? Heron. Stillness reveals the right moment to act. So there is right moments to act in life, and there are moments where we need to be still, okay? Where we shouldn't act, okay? So if you can, find the perfect timing to make changes in your life so that changes and necessary endings can occur, okay? So that they can happen. What else can we see for file number 2? I just lost the card. Oh well. Sunken treasure. Discover riches within yourself and trust that abundance flows where intention goes. So I feel like with the sunken treasure, this is saying something has sunken, okay, beneath the depths of the ocean, okay, and it would take a whole crew or a mermaid to get it back, okay. So some kind of ship has sunken, some kind of treasure in your life, some kind of something you held dear is sunk in your life, okay. And for some of you that's okay, but for others of you, since this was a treasure, how can you work together with others to make your life better? How can you work with others to see yourself better and change yourself, okay? So that you can go together with them and get this treasure back, okay? What else can we see for pile number 2? We have the Falcon's Flight. Perspective, freedom, aspirations. Yeah, there's a need for a different perspective. There's a really strong need for perspective, okay? A different perspective. And like I was saying with the sunken treasure, this might be others who help you find that treasure again. Who help you get the treasure like over the water, like on land. We have abundance again. You have abundance coming your way, pile number 2, okay? You have abundance coming your way. And if you ever feel powerless to change a situation or a circumstance, remember you can change that. Remember that you do have the power. You are powerful, okay? Pile number 2. Then we have broken vase and child. So there's like this stubborn energy that you guys may be embodying, okay? Maybe you know this about yourself, okay? This is why like the vase, your relationships or situations broke, okay? So it's really a big message here is to go within. Is to go within and explore yourself and explore the possibilities of what can change. Explore the possibilities of change. Okay? Pile number 2. This was your reading, okay? I hope it made sense. And I hope you took something away from it. But yeah, this was your reading, pile number 2. Thanks so much for watching. You are free to subscribe and like this comment if you want to. And I shall see you when I'll see you. Bye-bye. Hello, Groove Free. Welcome to this reading and welcome to this video. So let us dive right in and let us see what is the message for pile number 3. We have the 2 of Wands. So planning, progress, looking ahead, looking forward, and planning. And setting your foundation strong, okay? I feel like this is what you could be doing, or this is what is needed of you right now, okay? It's making decisions. It's planning after you've made those decisions. And it's about progressing, okay? It's about progressing. Pile number 2. What else can we see for pile number 2? I mean 3, sorry guys. Wow, we have the Empress. So you have abundance and power in your mind. You want to be powerful. You want to have abundance in your life, okay? And it all starts with this planning. It all starts with this planning and decision making, okay? And then charge forward at it, okay? And then charge forward at it and execute those plans, okay? Execute those plans. What else can we see for pile number 2? 3, I mean. Sorry, guys. we have Eros. Let me read this for you guys. So, Eros, love as desire, eroticism, sensuality. Yeah, the Empress is also about sensuality, okay? Plato, so there's a message here to be sensual as well. Enjoy your senses. How can you be more in your feminine energy, okay? So Plato reminds us that Eros can be experienced as platonic love. It is activated when we witness beauty and truth in the world, when our barriers soften. Yeah, the Empress is also all about beauty, okay? And beautifying your space, bringing me back to the feminine energy, okay? Though Eros can be depicted as unbridled sexuality and eroticism, a more contemplative understanding of this archetypal energy leads us to the root of desire itself. What do we long for? Why are we awakened by love? What makes us hesitate in the face of intimacy? Eros reconnects us with the primal longing to merge with another human being, nature, music, art, plants, food, or anything that we perceive as separate from, that we perceive we are separate from. Eros allows us to momentarily unite. Our heart embraces otherness, and in doing so, we further understand our own. Our life force awakens. This card reveals an inevitable initiation into love's labyrinth. You may find yourself swirling in a new territory of desire and sensuality. Explore the labyrinth with a curious and honest heart. And remember, though the way is circuitous, you are always being led towards its center. Passion, playfulness, sexual health. So, let's bring back the focus on these questions. What do we long for? So what is it you are longing for, pile number 3, okay? Why are you awakened by love? So what are all the things that you could love and be awakened by, okay? It could be another human being, it could be nature, it could be music, it could be art, it could be plants, it could be food, or anything that you think that you would be lit up from. What makes us hesitate in the face of intimacy? So, how can you better connect to your femininity and your sensuality and your sexuality, okay? Maybe there's been a block in your sacral chakra, okay? So it's time to embrace these things and embrace your sacral chakra and honor it, okay? What else can we see for pile number 3? Needle and thread. A sincere wish will be granted. So a sincere wish of yours will be granted. I feel like this could be in terms of love. Then we have June with an angel. So something could happen in June and you guys are protected, okay? You guys are being protected. You guys are being protected. You do not need to worry. Then we have bell, announcement. So something could be being announced. Then we have dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. Wow. Yeah, guys, something you will do will reap the rewards, okay? Something you will do will reap the rewards. Then we have grasshopper, situations in the balance that require careful handling. So your relationships, are going to be blooming and need to be blooming, okay? You guys should work on your relationships, okay, in your life. Like, how can you be more in your feminine energy? Especially when it comes to in terms of people, okay? What else can we see for pile number 3? Here we have the Metaphorosis Herald. What you call an end, I call a necessary dissolution. The seed cannot sprout unless the husk falls away. So whatever has ended in your life, it was a necessary end, okay? Because a seed cannot sprout and bloom if it has anything on top of it, if it has negative energy on top of it, okay? Pile number 3. And then we have leap with faith. Your naivety is not weakness, but a vessel for pure magic. So how can you be more innocent-minded in terms of relationships, okay? Because it is safe for you to have friends. It is safe for you to have lovers, okay? Pile number 3. What else can we see for pile number 3? We have whale. Deep emotional wisdom is available when you listen inwards. So pay attention to your emotions. Pay attention to your feelings. That is what is it is to be feminine too, okay? It is stillness. It is also listening to your emotions, okay? Listening to your feelings. How does something make you feel, okay? How does something make you feel? If it's uplifting, do more of it. If it's downgrading, then do as much as you can, less of it, okay? Then we have jellyfish. Embrace adaptability and go with the flow, allowing life's currents to guide you effortlessly. So how can you have more flow in your life? How can you have more flow in your life? And let your emotions flow, okay? Let your emotions flow. Then we have the eyes of the ocean. The eyes of the ocean see into the secrets of life. They gaze into our soul and reveal the truth and meaning of life. Feminines also know secrets about people and life. And that is because they work on their intuition. So how can you better work on your femininity so you can open your intuition too? Okay? How can you open your intuition and be more feminine? Okay? Then we have the shooting star. Wishes, hope, fleeting opportunities. So you guys are gonna have wishes come true. You guys are gonna have wishes granted. So have hope, okay? Pile number 3. What else can we see for pile number 3? Tools, practical abilities, resources. So even though I'm saying like being your feminine energy, also be practical at the same time, pile number 3, okay? Because we bringing back to the start of the reading, and we have sexual fulfillment on the back. So there's a need for you guys to, of course, focus on your plans and be practical, but feminine at the same time. Like, how can you nurture both sides? And also, how can you nurture your sexual side of life, okay, as well? Because that's as important as anything else, okay, for you. pile number 3, okay? But this was your reading. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to. And yeah, I shall see you when I'll see you. Bye-bye. Hello group 4, welcome to this reading, welcome to this video. So let us jump right in and let us see. What does pile number 4 need to hear? You could be questioning whether or not to hold on to a person or not, okay? Like, you may be questioning about a person, okay? You may be questioning something about a person. What is the advice here for pile number 4? Let go of your fears. It is time to let go of your fears, okay? Because these are just fears that you're, like, basing these questions from, okay? Like, if you didn't have these fears, you wouldn't have these questions, okay? And it is in the green light for you guys to start something with this person, okay? Like, it is the green light for you guys to, like, keep going with them, okay? But let us see further for what you need to hear today. What is the message that pile number 4 needs to hear today? What is the message that pile number 4 needs to hear today? These cards are proper stuck together. Okay. What is the message that pile number 4 needs to hear today? What is the message that pile number 4 needs to hear today? Okay. So you have the Father. You have the Father. Let me read this. So, the Father. The Great Father, the masculine, the protector. Read poems about the Father. Sharon Old. Okay, no, let's not read that. Become a student of this masculine energy. Watch the Father in movies, in Shakespeare's plays. See the Father as a pattern, not as a personal. Okay, I don't know. Let's read the main message now. Alongside the Mother, the Father resides in the central axis of the archetypal family. The Father embodies both light and dark aspects of the masculine, thus he is infinitely dynamic and complex. His energy is strong and regal. Okay, so when it says both light and dark aspects of the masculine, how can you balance both of these aspects in your masculine energy, pile number 4, okay? I feel like that's the message here, but let us keep reading. His energy is strong and regal, embodying such virtues as honesty, wisdom, and loyalty. So how can you embody these virtues? Honesty, wisdom, and loyalty. Okay? How can you embody these more? So I feel like this really correlates to the reading, where how can you be more loyal to this person, and how can you embody more honesty, okay? Maybe you guys need to have a talk with this person, okay? Yet ironically and simultaneously, the Father is often absent, literally or emotionally. Through absence or action, the Father eventually reveals that he is neither a king nor a god, but a human being with many flaws and wounds. He is both the guardian and the one who leaves us to the wolves. Yet gone. The champion and the failure. The Father can never resolve or escape this duality. It is inherent in the archetype itself. Witnessing the Father's limitations allows the child to grow beyond the family and into the world. Supportive, strategic, regal, kind authority. So it is really in your authority and position of authority to really be absent or be present in this person's life, in this person's situation, in your situation, okay? I feel like there's a call not to be absent. There's a call to be loyal, to stay loyal, okay? Pile number 4. But what else can we see for pile number 4? What else can we see for pile number 4? We have funnel, period of frustration, lessons to be learned. And we also have the seahorse, family matters. So if you are a father, okay, you have some lessons to learn, okay? You really do have some lessons to learn. You have some space to grow. You need some space to grow, okay? But you could do this whilst being loyal and not absent from your family, okay? You can still do this whilst you are in together with this person that you're inquiring about, okay? Then we have Valley, deep personal strength and peace that assures success. So that is what is being called of you, to be strong, to have deep personal strength and peace within yourself, so that you can be the peace in this person's life, okay? That is what's being called. What else can we see for pile number 4? The cosmic dance, the dance of the perfected self. You are the microcosm. Every step weaves the microcosm into being. So this card is about like becoming your highest self, highest and higher self, okay? So how can you do that, pile number 4, okay? There's a call for you to become your highest self, okay? What else can we see for pile number 4? Okay. So, we have the hummingbird, otter, and eagle. So, seek sweetness and presence in this moment. So, how can you make your life more sweet? And how can you be more in the present moment? And then we have pleasure and joy are essential to well-being. That is an important step in life too, like pleasure and joy, to have pleasure and joy. So embrace more of that in your life too. And then we have the eagle, rise above details to see the greater truth clearly. Yeah, this brings me back to like that it's all in your head. It's all only your fears that are getting in the way. So how can you rise above details, your fears, your small thoughts, to see the greater truth clearly, okay? What else can we see for pile number 4? Here we have giant clams. Find peace in the depths of your being and let the quiet strength of your inner sanctuary protect you. Yeah, this brings me back to like 2 things. So how can you have more peace in your life? And how can you go back to your inner self to quiet the noise around you, to quiet your fears, okay? That's the message here for you, pile number 4. What else can we see for pile number 4? The sacred flame, passion, transformation, purification. So you guys need more passion in your life, and you guys are being called to transform yourself and purify yourself, purify your life and purify yourself, okay? Pile number 4. What else can we see for pile number 4? Motherlode, prosperity, jackpot, success. Yeah. Also, you guys will have prosperity coming into your life for yourselves, okay? We have spilled milk, regret. It's okay to have regret as well, pile number 4. You can fix things easily, okay? Have the affirmation that you can fix things easily. But if you can't, that's okay. You can just do better for the next people or the next situation, okay? And then we have cake with celebration. So you will have something to celebrate for. Can we get any last cards for pile number 4? Let's see this one. Conviction, gavel, decisions made. Okay. So maybe like the decisions already were made, so you can't really change them. And I'm sorry if you have been suffering because of this, but I feel like you can just look forward to the future and a better future now, okay? And you guys will be traveling somewhere, either mentally, you will have an emotional or a mental journey, or you will have a literal journey, okay? Like you will be literally like traveling somewhere. And then we have the beehive. So yeah, maybe you had a queen bee in your life, okay? And maybe things ended because they were meant to end. Because if we have a queen bee in our life, then, you know, we are being controlled. So it was kind of a good thing that things ended, okay? But this was your reading, pile 4. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to. And I shall see you and I'll see you. Bye-bye.